Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Jade Jems Juice. I'm Jade, and my gem of the week is...
My name is Vinny Del Sol.
Vinny Del Sol.
So that's what I'm going with for the rap. But yeah, Vinny J is like the personal. So if you know it and you see me, it's like...
If you know, you know. Ain't that BA for ya? Anyway, though. So, Vinny is an artist, a recording artist. And how long you been at this, Vinny J?
I've been making music, I want to say, since 2010.
All right, good decade plus on him, like really out here doing it. So he definitely has some new things in store. We'll get into it later, but on Jade Jems and Juice, we always have a juice. My juice is pineapple juice. We're going pineapple with it. And what is your juice, Vinny?
I got a Liquid Death. This is seltzer water. It's a mango chainsaw. It's a new exclusive flavor, you know.
It's very intense for a seltzer water, I must say. I thought it was a beer at first. I was like, oh, that looks cool. But it is a cool can.
Yeah, it's got a little gold glow to it. I like it.
Like a little seltzer?
Yeah, a little seltzer.
Well, yes, let's get into it. And again, always on Jade Jems and Juice, we always have a icebreaker.
Yeah.
So today we are doing Name That Artist. And so I'm going to start playing a song.
All right.
And then we have to guess who the artist is. But it's kind of like a competition.
Oh, okay. Well,
so whoever gets to it first.
Okay. So it's like.
Doesn't take a sip, but if you don't get it, take a sip.
All right, I'm with it.
Get hydrated.
I'm with it.
Get juicy.
Let's do this.
All right.
You know I'm about to win, so.
Kodak.
All right, quick draw, McGraw.
All right, take a sip of your Liquid Death.
All right. Cheers. Dang.
No, you can't say Tape. Tape.
It's Tape and Paula. You know who it is.
Tape and
Look,
Paula. Tape and Paula.
You got me on that one, but I got Tame Impala. I knew it was Tame Impala. You get me on that
one. Take it in together. Did you take your sip?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Eddie Murphy. Oh my gosh, man.
All right. Let me stop.
She out here beasting on the goddamn, this was text message I would get on.
Oh.
Low green. No competition, bro. She moving too fast, dog. I think she already prepped for all this. It's okay.
This is a random playlist.
Out, we talking, but she's not right. Because that's not his name. He don't go by that.
He doesn't go by CeeLo Green?
Not when he made this song.
What did he go by? Bonus! If you can get it, because
Damn, what was the name of that group?
It begins with a G.
Does it say it on the video?
Ugh. I know who it is. But I don't know if I spelled it right. Gnarls Barkley. There you go.
Oh. Gnarls Barkley. Akata Broccoli. You just gave it away. Oh, wait.
Don't get out there playing.
You saying the time? Look, man.
Don't look at me when you're showing this.
You can't. I know, right?
Now you become a third party. Now you're in this.
Yo, that's my. Oh man. She's a very pretty girl.
Yeah, this is right. Okay, good. Rick James.
I was getting there, man. She's a very kinky girl. That nigga Rick James didn't have no filter, bro. I loved it.
My fave. Kid Cudi. All right.
Kid Cudi.
Oh, this is a song? Afro Man?
La da da da.
Who the F?
La da da da. La da da da. I was gonna roll to church and then I got high.
Oh, I know that song. I didn't know it started like that.
Hey, Sonny and Gabe, shout out.
Shout out to Sonny and Gabe. Opal.
That's Opal.
Shout out to the
man, shout out to
gym
Opal.
name.
Hey, Opal D out here.
A gym of the 757.
Yes, sir. Cop that Opal. Okay. You know the locals. That's when he was still Drum, I guess. Before he became the, also, formerly known as, but you see it.
Yes.
Local Love.
Local Love. Well, that was fun. How'd you feel about doing that?
I was pretty dope. I like it. It's always good to hear different artists, and you're definitely on the top of your game right now with your sound.
I really like game shows.
Yeah, no, that's like my parents go-tos, game shows. Like you come over to the crib.
Me and my dad always bonded off of Family Feud.
Oh,
that was our show. No matter what, we can watch Family Feud.
No, Family Feud is the go-to. There's this one now where Steve Harvey is like, yo, out of all the TV hosts, who would win in a fight? And the girl was like, boom, Steve Harvey. Say, that's right. That's so true, man.
We're now going to get into the interview portion of this thing. Get to know a little bit more about you, Vinny Del Sol. So Del Sol, that's of the sun. Vinny's son's like a son.
Yeah, it's of the sun. I feel like growing up in Cali, I got some just real roots there, and I feel like that's a place where the sun doesn't rise in the west, it rises in the east, but it always sets on the west. And it's just I always say this one saying, it's I call my brothers sun because they shine like one. We want to all shine, man. That's what I want to do, is just radiate some kind of brightness to everybody, whatever I do in this music. So whoever I touch, it's gonna be they gonna know Vinny Del Sol of the sun, man. You're gonna feel that radiance, man. You're gonna make it all warm in here.
Wow, that's awesome. I really like that. So you were born in MIA, raised in Cali.
Yep.
And you reside in VA.
Yep. So it was just a big mixture. So I'm obviously military family, born in Miami, and then straight from there, day one, went straight to Cali, and just kind of stayed there until I graduated high school. Finally moved out to VA in 2004, and just been here ever since, man. I still go back every chance I get, to visit my homies, visit the people I grew up with, and just kind of stay rooted and grounded, man. It's when I step off the plane, it just feels like the air is different here. And then once I'm there for a couple weeks, I'm like, I gotta get back home, man, to VA, because this is That's where my bed is, you know? That's where it
Yes.
is.
I could definitely vibe with that. Even though, like, I travel, I go home back to Lawrenceville. Shout out to Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Nice. What up, Lawrence?
But I definitely go back from time to time, or even if I'm just going on vacation, I'd be ready to come home to VA.
Yeah,
you know, it has its moments, but this is where I really like came into my own. So I definitely appreciate it, and I have family history here.
See,
and went to college here, so
yeah. See, I got my peoples here, so it's just like that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
you know?
I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
So who is Vinny J, and how did you get here?
You know, I'm just a young dude from Cali, like I said, but I'm just an inspired rapper, artist, entrepreneur. I came here for college, and you know, I made so many connections, and I feel like it's not what you know, it's who you know, and you know, that's the thing about me is just I'm very inclusive. You know, I want to be around a lot of people who want to be creative, and so I feel like me, like my person, like who I am is somebody who's welcoming, somebody who's always going to be up for a challenge, you know, to bridge the gaps. You hear it in my music, you know, it's just like somebody who's just trying to make it, move forward. You know, we stumble, we fall, but it's like, you know, it's not about the ride, it's about the journey. You know, that's really where I'm at. That's Vinny J.
That's what's up. That's nice. What's your favorite part about the 757?
My favorite part about the 757 is just like how it's growing. That's the biggest part. You know, it's like you find your little pockets. I think you gotta go to different places just to experience different things, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. And that's what I say is like about VA. Like when I first moved here, before I even moved here, and I got accepted to Norfolk State, like my homies back home were like, "You're moving to VA? It's nothing but farmland out there." And I was like, "What?" Like I didn't know what that even meant. Like I was like, there's no way this is just like the middle of nowhere. And once I got here, man, I saw the beach, started mingling with people out in Norfolk, getting like just adapted to the Chesapeake. All the 7.5 had to offer from like food. It's just like all the little corners and pockets, and it's like when you see people growing and you kind of like mesh with a lot of different people, you just like, man, like I see where this place didn't even allow to have shows. Now they're doing shows. Now you see new restaurants, you see new people with new clothing brands, new places and venues like Prom 2255, my homie Myron, like, you know, just opening up restaurants out here, places where we can all grow, and that's what I love. You know, I want to be a part of something, and I feel like VA is constantly growing, and it's just like, it's like a teenager, you know, they're just learning every day.
Yes, I can definitely feel that. From coming here around 2014, at first I mainly stayed in like the Hampton area, just kind of in that Hampton bubble. I would venture out sometimes, but not too much. But what I saw with Norfolk, I was just like, eh. But now that I've like actually moved here, I'm in Norfolk, not, you know, commuting from Hampton, like I can definitely see a lot of the changes that have happened and the, you know, the growth. And I want to be a part of that. And that's why like, I'm just glad to, you know, be here. So it's dope.
Appreciate you.
And where does the postman come from? Like, what's the story behind that?
So it's a funny story. There's this game called Madden. If you play Madden, then you probably know about this. But there's this one play. It's called the post, right? And so, like, I'm not gonna lie, man. When I first moved into the Rebel E house, that was the yellow house back in the day. It was, you know, just a gang of characters, like all the Rebel E homies from Gabe, Carter, Sed Hughes. Even our homie Mike used to come through, and we all just kind of played Madden. And like, I was probably at the bottom of the rank, so I had to learn something. One day I was like, yo, I'm tired of losing. I'm gonna find some place, some way to beat this coverage. And it was the post. And ever since then, they had to respect me because I would kill them over the top with this post route, and they couldn't stop it, man. Eventually it caught on, but you know, that's when I diversified my game. But ever since then, they call me Vinny J the Postman because I was killing them on the post.
Killing them. So when did you first start recording music?
I first started recording music. It was funny because I started doing music in 2010, but like we didn't really find a grasp. I was in a band called Chromatic Crescendo, and it was like me and my homie Tunon, and we just kind of like started making hip hop rock music. So at that point in time, that's when like Garage Band had first came out, And we just didn't really like the sound of like recording a full band in GarageBand. So it was like we kind of took our time with it. We would just kind of send notes. But it wasn't probably until like 2012 when I really started recording like with the band, and we really started taking it serious. We did a show out at the Norva, and that's when we kind of just started getting momentum and really started believing in ourselves. So we recorded one project out in Hampton, and then that's where I really got my feel. And then from there, I just kind of started doing more solo recording and just kind of working with different people like Gabe Niles and Seth Hughes and everybody in Rebel Lee.
How did it feel like performing at the Norva?
Oh, it was a great experience. I think performing live is just it brings a different person out of you, because when you get off stage, people are like, I didn't know you had that energy in you. I didn't know that was at you. But it's like you always have it in you. And then to be on that big of a platform, to actually like excel, like we had a goal in mind. It was to sell like, I think 175 tickets, and like me and my team did it. And it was just like we sold the most tickets. And like because of that, we got the opportunity to be backstage and see that whole experience. So like to see it firsthand, like, you know, it's really worth it. You know, like anytime you get an opportunity to be in that pressure point where they're like, yo, this is what you gotta do, this is the goal, and like you got a crew of people around you. Like I loved being on stage. I love performing in front of all those people. I would do it again. All the time.
And who are your music inspirations?
So like, as of recently, like I've listened to a lot of jazz. I listened to a lot of Jay-Z. Like growing up, like especially as a kid, that was like my thing. It was like the first CD I ever copped was Jay-Z Hard Knock Life. Wow. And I wanted to be like a Cali kid who kind of like looked at things from a different perspective, you know, because there we, you know, when I was growing up, it was pop, you know, it was like everything was Cube, it was like NWA, it was just like all that diverse, you know, you had the Bay and all that movement, you know, E40, but it was just like something about Jay's perspective on rap and the way he told his stories that kind of made me want to break down like how I like wrote or how I like freestyle. And then even just kind of later into like the years, you kind of see like more artists out there like Ludacris, you know, that was like a big influence when I was like in middle school, man. Like you couldn't tell me nothing about Throw Them Bows, like that. He was too hard. Weak. And then it's just like so crazy, like, you know, like how everything kind of comes full circle. Like I didn't know like these hard tunes that was coming from these other artists from different areas was from here. Yep. And that's why I'm just like, I'm forever grateful like to kind of listen to like Jay and like all those like old school like artists, and you know, people like Kendrick Lamar today too. You know, they kind of really kind of push me to want to excel and like tell stories and be creative with my visuals or whatever I do. So yeah.
Dope. And tell us a little bit about Confetti Black. Me personally, I really appreciated I Love Hip Hop, You and Me, and Don't Want to Fall in Love.
Oh, okay.
Those are my favorites. But like, what place were you in when you were like producing that project? Like, was that a breakup? Like, what was the story there?
Yeah, that's dope. Like, so Confetti Black was the first solo project I ever did. That's when I first started recording with Gabe and Gabe Niles and my homie Dante Lewis. They really kind of like guided me, you know, because I was always in bands and like I've always kind of like been that kind of person who's just kind of like the band would start and then like I would come in and do my thing. But this was like, what do you want to do? And so like I really kind of took the realms of just kind of like I had a vibe and like I was kind of like just not going through a breakup at one point in time. I was also kind of like just traveling like with the homies, like watching them perform and like seeing what hit. But I was just in a point in time where I just think I was just very raw and just kind of like very like new to the sound of like just being a solo artist. So I just wanted to make party tracks. I wanted to make stuff that like people love to like dance to and have fun to. So like when you say like tracks like I Don't Want to Fall in Love, like that was one like my homie Dante had flipped this Chris Isley song like that. I don't ever want to fall in love. I can't sing it like him, but that's just how I felt how he sang it. But like, you know, I just had to come up with something. He's like, called me in the middle of the night. He's like, yo, bro, like you gotta come over here and like just wrap this up, man. And I was like, yo, that's it, bro. Like we got on like the track and like we did that one and like Gabe, You and Me, Like these are just like, you're just bringing back memories, just being like in like Dante's studio, DNA, and just kind of like working on that stuff with like all the homies. Like we just wanted to have fun, you know. Every time we was in the studio, we had like some whatever we could afford, like kind of liquor or beer, whatever it was, and just like chiefing on a little bit of, you know, weed, and it's just like, yo, just go in there and just have fun. Like most animated voices, like we didn't care. Like it was just about being different, and that's what I appreciate about Confetti Black.
Oh wow! Then like, is your music for? Would you say?
Yeah, I think my music's for. I think when I always start off doing music, I always say like, yo, I want to come from an internal place. You know, I don't want to write anything unless it's like me, you know, and I start there. And when I kind of like start getting lost, or when I start like trying to find like new methods or melodies, I'm always thinking about the listener. I'm like, yo, I don't want to come off either too harsh, too aggressive. Like I want to appease most crowds, but I also want to do it in my way. So like a lot of times, like when I'm thinking about a song, I'm like, yo, this is a track for like the ladies, you know? Mm-hmm. So I gotta be real respectful. I gotta be smooth. I gotta say what I gotta say. And then sometimes I'm like, yo, this is for like the listeners. This is for the people who actually want to listen to a story. This is for people who want to like engage and like listen to the radio and be like, shh, he's saying something. Chill. Mm-hmm. You know, and then I also want to make music for people who just want to play it in the background when they're driving or when they're, you know, cleaning a room or doing laundry. Like, I don't think about like just individuals in that point, but I just feel like there's always a certain vibe for everything. And it's like, as long as I'm thinking about it when I'm writing it, I'm like, yo, this is smooth. And I'm like sitting here at work typing. I'm like, yo, if somebody's listening to this while they're working, they're going to be like, yo, this cat is killing it. And I'm going to still get this deal done. Okay. You feel me? Okay. So that's what I do. I make music for people who want to get shit popping.
That's dope. Speaking of driving, your latest EP, Cruising. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Cruising. So I've been working on this project for a minute. Me and my homie Seth Hughes. You know, he's the man. He produced the majority of the project. Nice. You know, there's certain people who can kind of like sit in a room with you and listen to you like babble on about nothing, and it goes in one ear and out the other, and it's just like they just kind of walk out like, okay, you're good, man. They press record and leave. But Seth is like one of those dudes who kind of like sits down and like, yo, do this, you know, like this is the way, like your cadence is bomb, but like, yo, let's try it. And so like when it came to like just doing this project, he's like, yo, we got so many songs, Vince, that we've recorded over the years. Like, let's just go ahead and put a project together. And I think when I went into this, I just kind of was going through like my ups and downs in life. You know, I wanted to express that in each track, you know, whether it's just like, you know, getting pulled over and like, you know, having to deal with like just tickets and like past due issues, or just even just kind of like, you know, the stress of like, you know, I always say the first 30 minutes after work are the best, because it's like you get your time to yourself, and it's just like, you know, having those times, and it's like that's what cruising is. You get in the whip and you just kind of drive off and you just kind of like ride with me, man. That's it. And like I think every single song on that project, as I was creating it, I was thinking about like that person in mind, like somebody who just wanted to just ride, like just wanted to ride with me, like, and that just means like you in the passenger seat, I'm driving, bro. And whether you're in the back and we passing the blunt in one song, or you in the back and you telling me about your shorty, or you telling me, yo, I wouldn't do that if that was my chick, you know, it's just jokes with the homies. It's like you feel that embodied into cruising. So I hope people feel that when they listen to it, and yeah, it's gonna be a good experience.
So through those ups and those downs, what keeps you motivated?
I think what keeps me motivated is knowing that I got another day. Because if I breathe, man, if I wake up, I know I'm like, yo, I'm good. Like, God has me here for a reason. I have parents who are faithful, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of keep me grounded, and also the same sense, it's like I know I'm here for a purpose. And so like I try to live that moment every day, whether it's like I get down or like, you know, we all go through our things. It's just like the people around you will never, the people who are really there for you will never let you forget, like, yo, like, man, you don't got bugged, like, we here for you, you know? And that's the one thing that I kind of like love about my homies. And then like just, that's it really, like, you know, it's just kind of like being a personable person, like, just making sure I stay grounded, stay humble, like not ever get too cocky about what I can do and what I can't do. Because I mean, there's a lot I can't, and there's a lot of people who know more. I just try to absorb. People say I'm quiet sometimes, but it's just like because I'm absorbing. I'm a Leo, so that shit, it's true. You know, I'm just on the prowl, man. I'm in the fucking
Everything
desert.
makes sense now. The whole sun thing. Because did you know, like, Leos is like a fire sign and, you know,
see it?
ruled by the sun?
You see it? I mean, this is all premeditated, man. You know, people, motherfuckers just don't go get edge ups for no reason. You know, they know what they're doing. You know, it's all premeditated, bro.
I got you. So, what's next for Vinny J?
I think what's next is just all the groups, projects that we're doing, like Rebelese, project that we're getting ready to pull out. The mixtape, I think more live performances, more video, more content. I got a project that I'm working on too. It's called Cruise In, you know, where I'm gonna do some interviews with some homies, just kind of giving their perspective on life. And like I said, like my biggest main focus out of this whole project, out of my movement, is just like, it's not about the ride. It's not about what you whipping in, bro. It's not about what you got on your feet or what you got, you know, in your pocket right now. It's about the journey. That's it. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna take this cruise. You know, I'm gonna take this ride, and I'm gonna see who's gonna be passengers or who's gonna tell me, yo, hop in the Uber, or like, you know, just that's it. I'm gonna keep moving.
So, Cruisin', is it the same title as the project, Cruisin'?
Yeah, it is. Like, I just want it to be all combined, like, in one thing, because I feel like when you hear this project, it's gonna be, you know, the soundtrack to Cruisin', you know, and maybe we'll switch it up, you know, it may be a working title, but I feel like right now I'm gonna go with my gut and say Cruisin' for now.
All right, dope. Well,
you'll see. Obviously.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. We appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I love what you're doing here. And, like, honestly, what you said earlier is true. Coming from Hampton and being here and getting your shit off is what you got to do. You got to make your own staple, and I fucking appreciate it.
Got to. Now, stay tuned for a performance by Vinny Del Sol.
Thank you for doubting me. I needed that so much. No rush getting off the shelf. Next summer, I don't think I need no help. I'm outgrowing all of the shoes that you niggas is walking in. Now you just do all the talking and we do the walking. We cruising back and forth from VA to Cali. Losing my sense of reality. Losing my grip on that shit you call gravity. How they always look down on me, even though they know I'm way, still not enough. I ain't quit school, I just stopped showing up. I ain't learned shit, Sally may blow on my phone up, but ain't no scholarship for holding your zone up yet. When I die, make sure that casket made of gold. Make sure them chains on my niggas gold. Hey, see, as long as my family's straight, I'ma live this life, working hard through the late night. I do it all for the glory. Do it all for the glory. Shit, I'ma tell my story, I'ma tell my story. Did it all for the glory. Shit, I did it all for the glow. Did it all for the glory, did it all for the glow. Shit, I'ma tell my story, now evident that you been evident. Heaven sent, why you clip your wings? Ever since you learned how to tie shoestrings, you've been always on a run. Now come a little closer, mama baby, and she only wanna hold you. Damn, but ain't it funny how we always think the opposite the further away we get, yeah, and I hate reminiscing. Memories in my head so vivid. I was only 5 tears in my eyes when a nigga tried to hold my mama down in the kitchen. Promise me, fuck how you living. You won't get one up on me, my nigga. See, I'm really with the shit, you gon' have to double flush when I leave this bitch, Hey. And when I die, make sure that casket made of gold. Make sure them chains on my neck is gold. See, as long as my family's straight, I'ma live this life working hard through the late night. I do it all for the glory. Shit, I'ma tell my story, Did it all for the glory. Shit, I did it all for the glow. Did it all for the glory, did it all for the glow. Shit, I'ma tell my story, Yo, it's Vinny Del Sol. You can find me on all streaming platforms at Vinny Del Sol. Hit me up on Instagram, DM me, let me know if you're fucking with this shit. This song's called Glory. Cruising, coming to you soon. Stay tuned. Ride with me, ride with me. It's not about the ride, it's about the journey, y'all. Let's go.